you are doing anything under 25, maybe even $50 million in online sales, I honestly don't think you should go composable.
Debunking common myths about composable commerce.
First of all, like just from the perspective of the business size and like who is it best for, I would say composable is definitely something that shines the most at the large scale because of the way how it works. So in the monolithic era and with monolithic applications, you basically have a single box, an e-commerce platform that has everything baked in, like integrations, front end, back end, data, everything is in there. You're just taking it, hosting it somewhere, and it works. With composable, first of all, like you have to make a lot of decisions because you no longer have a single vendor that is responsible for everything, but you have multiple vendors, and each of them is responsible for a small piece of what the e-commerce platform itself was responsible for. And you have a lot of flavors. So for in that case, you are able to really choose something that is specifically tailored to your business. You know, you have like 20 different CMSs. On the high level, they all look very similar, but in reality, they have differences in how they approach, for example, multi-geo setups or this sort of things. Like this way, you can really choose all of those flavors specifically to your needs, both from the customer experience side, but also from the internal processes side. So that's a huge upside, but it also has downsides because everything is so custom, everything is so tailored to the specific needs of the businesses. Also, there are not many accelerators, there are not many plug and play type of solutions. Like you really have to combine all of those things together on your own, and then you also have to, you know, build everything that is kind of like a conjunction of those things customly.
Yeah,
Patrick?
and to simply say, I mean, if you are doing anything under 25, maybe even $50 million in online sales, I honestly don't think you should go composable. Like you can easily continue using your Magento, Shopify, BigCommerce setup where you have everything delivered by one vendor, and really focus on what's gonna drive your value. And once you see that, first of all, you have enough revenue and budget set aside to take a journey on the more complex way of developing stuff, which is composable, but you want the freedom, you want the ability to change things, and you also are able to reduce the vendor lock-in because you will be able to use more vendors instead of all in at one. Then composable is gonna be the way for you. But I would say the budget and the complexity is going in pair with composable. Monolith is much more simple when it comes to that, but you are not having much flexibility and you have a complete vendor lock-in. So that's definitely how I would think of a company revenue versus like which architecture they should be considering, because even us, we are getting quite a lot of requests from companies doing less than 5, less than $10 million, and we tell them right away, like, just don't go that way. Like you don't have the budget, and I'm sure you also don't have the problems that composable is just gonna solve for you. You're gonna have much more problems once you go that way.
Yeah, I love this. I love this money argument because even a simple math could give you a great answer. So let's
Yes.
imagine that, you know, like implementing composable comes with a significant cost, and it doesn't matter if you are a large enterprise company or like a mid-market company. This cost is more or less the same. So let's say it is costing you $1 million.
Yeah.
Now, if you are making 500 millions every year from your store, then 1% conversion rate uplift
Yeah.
would actually make a huge difference, and you will have a very quick ROI from this. But if you're making like 1 million in total, then it will be very hard to justify this cost of going composable. So really composable shines the most at scale. Like sometimes, you know, for the very big companies, it is worth investing millions just for a tiny improvement of a conversion rate. So it all boils down, you know, to Excel calculations.
Yes, exactly.